Hey, what's up, you amazing hackers? Hope you're all doing well today. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'd like to go over going beyond the OWASP top 10 because you often see coverage for the OWASP top 10 when it comes to pen testing. But I'd like to go over the things that our company really offers, everything. And I'd like to look over some documents as well, and we'll go over those. But first of all, if you haven't already and you really like the content, don't forget to subscribe to see more. Now, first of all, you guys all know the OWASP top 10, but know that that is not a comprehensive security standard. It's a top 10. If you really want a good security standard for your application, what you'll have to look at is, for example, OWASP ASVS, the Application Security Verification Standard. It gives you a bunch of guidelines and quality criteria to which a software project needs to adhere to follow this verification standard. Now, I'll link that in the description below, but that's just one of the extra things that we can do because, of course, we have this, but we also have OWASP SAM. Now, SAM is a different beast altogether. It's the Software Assurance Maturity Model. And here you'll get a tool set which you can use to determine the maturity level of security in certain software. That is very, very important because you'll get like a bunch of interview questions. It'll show you where you still have holes that need to be patched. And so SAM is a really good option if you're looking for something like that. They have a toolbox available. They have an example of how to use it. They have a core model. They have an how-to guide. They have an how-to quick start guide. They even have a Slack available. So feel free to, again, check out the description below for links on that. Now, I'd like to also talk about other things such as the Web Security Testing Guide, or WSTG, because it focuses on quite a lot more than just the security aspect of pen testing itself. It basically describes the different types of security testing that can be implemented during the different phases of software development lifecycle. So definitely have a read through that, and also while you're at it, have a look at PTES. Now, PTES is a methodology that's open source, penetration testing execution standard, and it talks about a lot of the aspects of pen testing. It talks about your pre-engagement, threat modeling, exploitation, reporting. Everything is basically trying to be covered in here in this open source model for methodology for our pen tests. That's a very good one, but we also have OSSTMM. If you're doing any organizational wide pen testing or even just security verification, OSSTMM, or open source security testing methodology, can really help there, because this document is made specifically for identifying your holes, the holes that you have in your organization towards the outside world, identifying those as pores, and then you apply certain, how should I call this, let's just say it like it is, controls to that, and you see how much coverage you have versus the delta, aka how much coverage you still need to gain to get 100% coverage. Now, these guys believe in 100% coverage. I know that most of us don't, but there's a reason for it. Read the document, it's really interesting, but it's 213 pages long. OSSTMM is definitely a very interesting one. Web security testing guide, but also mobile security testing guide. Also super, super interesting. Now, when it comes to pen testing, we often expect the normal tools when it comes to pen testing, but also a little bit of that ingenious way of writing your own Python scripts and stuff like that. sometimes it's required to do a pen test. For example, if you get an encrypted response, you might have to decrypt it, and you can script that in a certain engine, or you can do it in Postman as well, but you really need to know what you're doing there. So when I say that a company like ours goes much, much beyond the normal testing that you find, I really do mean it. Besides that, we also have a security maturity verification standard of our own that we use for organizations, and it looks at things like, for example, is your firewall up to date? What's your password policy like? And we cover a wide array of things. So if any of these things sound interesting to you, I would say make sure that you reach out to info@thexssrat.com, because we also deliver a framework that's reusable in a lot of cases. What I mean by that is we might deliver a complete test plan, but that test plan will come with a coverage report per endpoint or per specific parameter even, where we're going to tell you what we've covered and how you can repeat our test cases. If we've had to write automation, we'll hand it over so you can implement it in your CI/CD pipelines. If we had to do anything with Postman, we'll send you over our collection, we'll send you over our Burp Suite configuration files, anything so even your QA team can repeat our test cases. Because we know that, of course, software is often being released in an agile state. So that means faster and faster releases, also faster and faster security requirements. Continuous pen testing is an expensive engagement, but of course you can do periodic pen testing with internal pen testing of the current things to complement that. You can also add in maintenance, of course, if you would like to update your scripts on a regular basis. There can be maintenance items there, but it's all a lot more than just a simple attack. Of course, we can do a simple attack as well, normal vulnerability scan, but we definitely don't recommend that alone. At least we recommend doing a level 1 where we actually include some type of business logic and possibly even a verification standard like NIST. So as you can see, the world of pen testing is vast and large, my friends. It is much more than just the attacking. That is what our company is all about. That's also what my certificate is all about that I've brought out, which James Beers just passed. Congratulations to him for that. That's a real achievement. But we try to make it realistic by simulating client engagements, by simulating client interactions, and even sudden scope changes, by introducing sudden subtleties into your contracts, into your documentation that you have to pull out because otherwise you might get screwed over. So our exam is like tough as nails, and I don't say that to just sound really tough and like, oh, look at me, I'm the big guy. No, I want to be able to put my certificates with the people that are my clients and not have to worry too much about them. I want to certify people that I trust in my professional work environment to represent me as the rat. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening. I hope you had a good one. I hope you have a good day, good evening, good night, or wherever you're at. I hope you have a good and pleasant next 24 hours and even year and even forever. I love you, my friends. Bye-bye.